What is up, everybody? Welcome to Talking Tunes with Sean. Today we have a very special episode and the start of another mini-series within a series. As you know, we are in the middle of a mini-series, my greatest albums of all time. We recently just did part 1. I mentioned the first 6 of my greatest albums. This is another mini-series, but this is going to be, instead of parts, this is going to be what I call rounds. There's going to be 3 rounds. This is the first round. The greatest vocalists of all time. The greatest vocalists in my personal picks of who I believe is some of the best singers in both rock, classic rock, hard rock, metal, pretty much everything. Alternative, whatever. Progressive. Some of my favorite picks. Now, this is how I'm going to do this 3-round episode, okay? I have a list here, a big list of all my favorite artists and who I narrowed it down because I picked like 100 and I narrowed it down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mention them on this episode. Then, off camera, I'm going to eliminate some. Then we're going to talk about why they made the cut in round 2. Then I'm going to eliminate some. And then the final episode is round 3, and I'm going to talk about the final remaining singers. And live on camera in that episode, I'm going to pick a winner of who I think is the all-around, my personal favorite vocalist. This is going to be tough because I have so many, because I'm so passionate and I listen to so many genres of music. But I'm gonna challenge myself. You know, YouTube is about challenging yourself and making hard videos to challenge yourself. And that's what this series is going to be, because I want to narrow it down to one person, see if I could do it. So let's get right into my big list. Who made the list that's going to go into the next 2 rounds? Jeff Tate, one of my favorite singers. Queensryche was always one of my favorite bands growing up, and I absolutely think he's just a phenomenal singer. To think otherwise would be foolish. Jeff Tate is just he's just amazing. He's just amazing. I love him. Rob Halford. How could I have this list without him? The high vocal range that he could go, like up to the high screaming. Oh, even when he was like in Fight. I absolutely am a huge fan of Rob Halford. I've seen Judas Priest many, many times in concert, and he's definitely on my main list. Ronnie James Dio. Man, my God, he was so ahead of his time. What a fucking sick singer. Hold time. You've been down too long in the midnight sea. Oh, what's becoming of me? Look out. Amazing singer. I absolutely love covering him with my band, the Funky Murrays. I'm always singing him during karaoke night. I love doing Rainbow in the Dark. Man. Last in Line. Great singer. Loved him in Black Sabbath. Aaron Lewis from Stained. It's been a while. Amazing singer. Something about Aaron Lewis, since I first heard Stained and the Dysfunction album, mentioned them in one of my favorite albums of all time. I'm a huge, huge fan of Aaron Lewis. I just absolutely love his vocal style. I just always found him to be just an amazing singer, an inspiration, and I always loved his singing style. Always. I loved his tone, and one of the reasons why I love Stained, Aaron Lewis was a big influence on me. I love him unplugged, too, when he's all stripped down and he's just singing right from his heart. Amazing singer. Maynard James Keenan. I could talk for hours about him. And since day one, I always said that he is the most amazingest singer ever. I think that his vocals are so hauntingly unique. You could put him in a million people and you could spot his vocals out. And that's what makes an amazing vocalist. But not only that, his vocals are just, to me, his vocals are on another level that nobody else can get on. Pussifer, A Perfect Circle, Tool, he's unmatched, in my opinion. That's what I'm going to say right now. My lord. Hansi Kirsch. I've been listening to a lot of Demons and Wizards, but I'm a huge Blind Guardian fan. He is just superb. He's a superb singer. He could do things with his vocals I've never heard another vocalist do. And to not have him on this list would be, ludicrous. James LaBrie. Live another day. Try a little harder. Dream Theater. What an amazing, amazing melodic singer. He could be heavy, but he could freaking sing his ass out. Even on mellow songs. I'm absolutely a huge fan of Dream Theater, and I just think that he is a amazing, amazing vocalist. I love him. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I don't see this guy going anywhere soon on my list. I love this guy. Jonathan Davis from Korn. What a freaking another person where you could stick him in a room, you could spot him right out. You want to talk about a unique vocalist with a unique style that nobody has? I'm talking. He puts the word unique in unique. Okay? I'm talking 1 in a million. Jonathan Davis. Whoa. Stunning. One of my favorite. Absolutely love Korn. Seen them a mess of times in concert. Matt Barlow from Iced Earth. One of my favorite singers of Iced Earth. To me, he's the number one singer. And his vocals are also haunting and just, you could feel them. Especially on the more mellower songs. You could just feel his vocals. Oh, what a true vocalist. Freddie Mercury. I can't mention it without mentioning him. Grew up with Queen. My father was big into Queen. Grew up with it here as a kid. Constantly listening to Queen. And the more and more that I would listen to them, the more I would say to myself, my God, what a freaking vocalist. I mean, they don't come often like him. That's a 1 in a million voice. Let me tell you something. I watch a lot of documentaries and I watched a lot of videos and movies. That's an amazing vocalist right there. Phenomenal. When you put your headphones on and you listen to a Queen album, that's a fucking experience that you'll never forget. My favorite song of all time to really showcase his vocals is Who Wants to Live Forever. Those vocals are unmatched. Steve Perry, Journey. How the fuck can you not mention him? Journey is a fucking amazing band. And Steve Perry is an amazing vocalist. And I don't care how many other singers Journey got. Steve Perry is the fucking man. And let me tell you something. His vocals are very inspiring. And to this day, I listen to him. And oh, Sherry. It's just an amazing singer. Bruce Dickinson. The fucking man. Up the irons. Iron Maiden. Let me tell you something. Bruce Dickinson is an amazing vocalist. He's got some fucking range, man. Let me tell you. He's got... Man, when you hear him, you get pumped up. Like when I hear The Trooper, or like Brave New World, or like fucking any, like fucking Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. What a fucking masterpiece of a song. Number of the Beast. I fucking love Iron Maiden. And let me tell you something. He is a powerhouse when it comes to vocals. A real true powerhouse. Man, my list is unbelievable. I worked hard on this list. A lot of thought. David Draymond. Disturbed, one of my favorite bands of all time. Saw David Draymond and Disturbed about, I think, 11 times in concert. He's another one, man. He's unique, but man, he's got a lot of melodic, like he's got a range. He's got the heaviness, the heavy vocals, the fucking melodic vocals, the range. I can't explain it really. He's very unique. He's very like his own style. Tell me exactly what am I supposed to do? You know, he's very like fast when he talks, but singing. And amazing singer. Geddy Lee from Rush. Holy shit. Let me tell you something. Wow. You want to talk about vocals? Try to replicate them vocals and see how you do. Get back to me. I'll wait. You're not replicating his vocals. He's unique, man. Chester Bennington. I couldn't leave him off this list. Man, we love you, Chester. Got to meet him a couple times. Got to see them a couple times. When the Hybrid Theory came out, I was such a freaking huge fan of Linkin Park. His vocals are unreal because he could do everything. He could do like the whole range. Heavy, melodic, mellow, whatever. Scream, sing. Chester was a unique vocalist, and he had a unique style and a unique sound. He will be missed, and his vocals are 1 in a million, and there won't be one like him. He's very 1 in a million. Just a style and a sound that I've never heard before. Serj Tankian. You could put him in a room with 1 million people, and you'll fucking know it's him as soon as he opens his mouth. Serj Tankian. Let me tell you something about Serj. I'll just put it to you this way, real fast. You don't have to like System of a Down. You don't have to like them. You don't have to like Serj Tankian or be crazy about their sound or his voice. You tell me this. Tell me somebody that comes close to his vocal sounding, or that sounds anywhere near him. Or you tell me, you know how people say, oh, this band sounds the same. This singer sounds the same. All these bands sound the same. Tell me another fucking band that sounds like them. Tell me another singer that sounds like Serj Tankian. Not going to happen. In toxicity of the city. Just an unbelievable singer. Big fan of Serj. Met him a few times too. Saw them at Ozfest on the main stage. You want to talk about fucking unbelievable stage show? The pyrotechnics and fucking fire and shit. Sugar! Chris Cornell. Can't have a list without him. Audio Slave, Soundgarden, just an amazing singer. Whoa. You want to talk about just haunting vocals that stick with you. Another singer that his vocals are just on another level. There's just some people that were born to fucking sing, and he's one of them. Marilyn Manson. Ah! Wow. Another, again, unique, man. Nobody sounds like him. He's just another level. It's just, his own unique sound. Fits him, fits the band. I'll never forget when I first heard Marilyn Manson. But what really, really got me is when I heard the Suck for Your Solution, which was the Howard Stern Private Parts um soundtrack, which was an amazing soundtrack. You had great tracks on there from like fucking Rob Zombie, fucking that soundtrack was so killer. The other favorite soundtrack with Apple of Sodom was the Lost Highway soundtrack with Trent Reznor. But Marilyn Manson was just amazing. And then I heard, of course, when I first heard Antichrist Superstar, Portrait of an American Family, Smells Like Children, I just was completely blown away by his haunting and unique vocals that stood with me, and how well they portrayed over the live stage, when he was in concert. Marilyn Manson, one of my favorite vocalists. Lane Staley, Alice in Chains. Man, we miss you, Lane. Let me tell you, amazing singer. These are singers that, like, I could sit here and talk about them and explain to you. You have to listen to them. You have to hear them. Because it's the only really way to understand what I'm saying. These are people you have to understand that I grew up with and I listened to for years and years, and probably spent thousands of hours listening to their vocals to come up with these, And believe me, I would love to put more on this list, but I could be here forever. We could do like 20 rounds. So I had to narrow it down, and that really means how passionate I am of these singers. James Hetfield, my favorite band of all time, Metallica. You want to talk about everything from being in the studio to touring his ass off to his stage presence. To the thrash vocals, to the more mellower vocals, to the metal thrash, to hard rock, to rock. James has done it all, and he's such a great vocalist. He's such a wide range vocalist. And he's got such a great sound. And again, it's him as soon as you hear him. An amazing band, but fronted by an amazing singer. Kevin Madison. This is an interesting pick on this list. Let me explain to you about this guy. The lead singer of Evans Blue, but then Evans Blue got another lead singer. But then Kevin went off to do a band called Parable. I got to tell you, I put him on this list because this guy's on this list for a reason. Okay? He is rightfully so on this list with these other giants because he's just as good as them. And I truthfully believe he's one of the greatest singers ever. And I thought this when I first heard Evans Blue. I fell in love with this guy's vocals. I don't know what it was. Just like with Aaron Lewis, I loved this guy's vocals. But when he went with Parable, and I heard him do songs like When the Conversation Ends, and he did like an acoustic set. You could listen to it on YouTube, stripped down, with his band. I don't know. That guy was born to sing. His vocals are unique. His vocals are fantastic. This is another guy that's going to go high in my ranks because I love him. That's why he's on this list. He's not on this list because I just picked him. I needed a spot to fill. He's on this list because he fought competitively with a lot of people. And he's one of my all-time favorite singers, I'll tell you this right now, and I truthfully stand by that, and I've said it in the beginning. And I remember when he used to sing for Evans Blue, and that song Q, I love him. And any list that I make that has to do with vocalists, he's going to be on it. Because I truthfully believe he's an amazing singer. Ozzy Osbourne. You want to talk about a unique singer. That's done it all. That's been there, done that. That's reached the highest of heights. that's pretty much the godfather of every fucking thing we listen to. He's Ozzy. You know, he's the king. The Prince of Darkness. And I'll tell you, from Black Sabbath to Ozzy, his vocals are just he is his own genre. You know, you could have rock, hard rock, metal, Ozzy. And I love him. Seen him about 15 times. I don't know how many times I've seen him with Sabbath. Never missed an Ozfest. Seen him on his own. Seen him up at Merry Mayhem tour with Rob Zombie years ago. Dave Mustaine. Holy shit. Megadeth. That want to talk about fucking unique vocals. Wow. That is some serious vocals. I absolutely love singing Megadeth with my band, the Funky Murrays. I love singing him on Smule. I love singing him on stage. Angry again and again and again. Sweating bullets. Symphony of Destruction. Fucking A, man. Dave Mustaine. Dave Mustaine is metal. Two more here left on my list. Tom Araya from Slayer. You want to talk about what could the sound of hell sound like? Tom. That's what hell would sound like. Chuck Billy almost made my list from Testament. He's another one that I think is fucking amazing, but I chose Tom. I think he's just an amazing thrash metal singer. And the last but not least, Chino Moreno, which is one of my all-time favorite singers from Deftones. Vocals, unique vocals to the max. Just an amazing singer, amazing band. So listen, that's round one. I'm gonna cut this list, see who makes the cut. Join me in round two, and we're gonna see who's gonna make it. Who's gonna make it to the next round? This is like American Idol, but this is Murray NJ08 Idol. We cut all the crap out, and we only keep the good. Join me for the next round in the future episode of Talking Tunes with Sean. This is my mini-series, The Best Vocalists Ever. And watch me for future episodes also on the best metal albums, or the best records ever. That's coming also in the future. More of my favorite records. Any genre. Take care. I'll see you on the next episode. Sweating bullets. I love that song. Something about it.